I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Randy. Here. Lindsay.
Here.
I'm here. Dave.
Here.
Lewis. Chris.
Yes.
Jason.
Here.
Nick.
Here.
And Alicia, is she coming?
I don't know. She
Okay.
hasn't said anything.
So,
No, maybe that's her.
Carl, go on.
Okay, first, there she is. All right, first thing we need to do, election of, council president for 2026.
I'll make a motion to put Joey Mitchell back in as president.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion carries 5-0. Also need a motion on vice president.
Make a motion to get Lindsay Weaver, or what, not Weaver, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry, you might as well just beat me up now. Lindsay Foster, a little experience, and put her in as vice president.
I'll second.
motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries 5-0. Assignment of commissioners. Do everybody just want to keep what you had last year?
I'm good.
All right, so that would put Dave at police. Randy would be
Wastewater.
wastewater, stormwater. Lewis is water. And Lindsay is streets and parks.
Make a motion to keep everybody in the same commission.
You good with
Aye.
that?
That motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Did you get the meeting minutes
Yeah.
in the DPN? Okay. Has everybody on the board had a chance to review the minutes from last, we had what, 3 meetings last month?
December 3rd, 11th, and 30th.
Everybody have a chance to review those minutes? So we need a motion on the December 3rd first.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from the December 3rd meeting.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? You're gonna abstain from that? Carries 4-0. Then we need one for the, was it December 11th?
Yes.
Need a motion for the December 11th meeting. That was the second reading of the salary ordinance.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes for December 11th.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? You abstaining from that one?
That one.
Okay, so that carries 4-0. No, you weren't. And then we have one that was December 30th. That was an appropriation meeting, last minute appropriation at the end of the year. So we need the approval of those minutes as well.
Make a motion to approve those minutes, the appropriation.
I'll second.
The motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That's gonna carry 3-0 with me and Lindsay abstaining because we weren't at that one. All right. Payroll, we got that taken care of. All right, new business. So let's start here. Nitra's here. Go ahead. You need to talk to us about a variance, correct?
I do. I am looking to build a garage. Right now I have an old barn in my house. I've been in my house 18 years and it's time for that old barn to go. So I've been trying to get quotes to build a new one. Because my house is so old, the garage has been there since who knows when. It sits right on the alleyway, which is in my eyes, it's an abandoned alley. I've been in my house 18 years and I park more things there. You guys don't use it as a town. So a couple things, I would like to ask the town to vacate that alley. And that way I wouldn't interfere with the property line to have a variance on that side. But I would need a variance, which Board of Zoning is here with me, because it is going to be within 10 feet from my deck, which is considered part of my house. I want it to be the same width. It's about 20, it's roughly 28 foot current. Only I want it longer. I'm going to go probably 50 is what I'm trying to get quotes for. Getting someone out to do a quote to build a garage. Is
Putting it on essentially the same footprint and
essentially just longer.
you're not leaving your property to put it, right?
I am not.
Okay, so first, I guess let's first thing, what's the board? She's asking for us to vacate an alley.
What's the
Well-
address?
My house is 304 South
In-
Elm.
in-
Sorry.
In order to vacate an alley, she needs to submit a written petition to the council, and there needs to be a hearing, so we
Well,
can't just vacate the
I
alley.
understand that. I just want to see if the board has any desire to do that, and if they do, then she could do the next step. If they don't, there's no point in her doing that step.
Absolutely, that makes sense.
So is there anybody on the board that has an opinion on that?
I've been part of one vacating of alley and swore upon my life that I would never do it again.
Fair enough. You guys, no, you
I'm
guys are
sorry,
the
it's just-
decision board.
It was,
If not, then I just need a variance to build the same width.
your variance will cover whatever.
Yeah, because right now,
That
according to
says
when I
it
had the
to be.
property surveyed, my stakes have mysteriously disappeared. But it was right on the property line. My current garage is. It was, I don't know, maybe I'll say 3 to 6 inches away from the property line on that west side of my house, right out. So that's what we were kind of, at first we thought, well, we'll ask for to vacate it. And if not, then I just need to ask for a variance. So then I can go to the Board of Zoning and ask them.
I'm not a big fan of vacating alleys either, or is anybody else here? Because that's two of us, so is there a?
I would rather just see her do a variance and
Okay.
make it be easier.
So we won't vacate the alley, so then the variance is the next question, then does the board want to give a variance? Kat, how, is that gonna be, is that what you guys need to do your side of it?
Yeah, we just need to have your recommendation, what your thoughts are. The board, the BZA board would ask if, you guys had any concerns or.
I don't have any concerns as long as it's on her property, like I think that's. I don't care how far it is from her deck, that's her decision to make, if she wants to build her deck right off of it, I don't care, it's like that. So to me, and it's not impeding on any easements or right of ways or anything of that nature, because it'd be a permanent structure, I don't want it to, as long as it's not gonna impede on any easements or right of ways, and it's just her property and literally the same footprint, I mean, this is somebody who's trying to, again, do something nice for their property to increase property values.
House, you guys just let me go right across, look at my barn, I'm like, oh God. So that's why,
Yeah, no, I think it's a
best
good
for
idea.
everybody in our neighborhood.
So we need a motion on the variance,
You just need to make a recommendation, so I would do,
roll call
a
vote.
roll call vote on our recommendation.
Okay, so the roll call vote, we'll just call for a roll call vote and it'll be yes, no, or neutral will be your answer on the variance, okay? So Randy?
Yes.
Lindsay?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Dave?
Yes.
Lewis?
Yes.
Good to go.
Good to go.
We need,
The letter.
I just need,
Yeah, Chris will get a letter.
I have something that she
Oh.
has to sign.
if she can get this signed, then she would be able to file tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Her deadline date to file was today, but I can take a late filing tomorrow.
Okay,
so
yeah, we can do that.
I still would have time to get it in the newspaper, though. At least get a signature.
Have you, I assume your neighbors and everybody's good with this?
I talked to the neighbor to the west, Gary. I talked to him over the summer to see if he had any opinions, and he said no, because I was the one that asked him about the alley, because I knew he'd been there longer than I have. And so I didn't want to, if he was gonna have a problem with me building a new barn / garage there, I didn't want to go any further. So I checked with Gary, and Gary's really the only one that's gonna have any
Yeah.
say so in it, because it's the alleyway is, thank you so much. The alley
Is assignment me or?
No, just-
Okay, yeah, we're good.
So I checked with him and he was really the only one, so he seemed all for it.
Good.
You'll probably want to store something
Sure, Gary, bring it on.
in it.
All right, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Let us know if you need anything else.
Will do, thank you.
All right. Nick Clark, is he here? He didn't, he said he was coming back,
Yeah,
but he
that's
didn't.
why I put him on there, because he said he was gonna come back and talk
Okay.
about this meeting, so.
All right, Dave, new business. Dave has a update on the NDOT County Drainage Project. If anybody's not familiar with it, we have a utility line in a county easement, county right of way, is that correct? And NDOT, or state right of way, and NDOT is wanting to do some work and they want us to move our line. And it's gonna cost us 10% of
Water meter.
water meter fees, which is roughly $23,000. We can file for a hardship, which I believe we did. So we haven't heard back on that yet, correct?
We have.
We have.
That's
that
why
is-
that's
That
why
is the
it's-
hardship. Got it.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get the hardship, then you'd be on the hook for the whole cost.
The whole cost, yeah. Okay, so Dave, what do you got here?
We met with NDOT middle of December. Looking like a road working crew out there standing on the side of 38. They evidently had sent out email invitations for the end of December, thinking we were gonna have an answer. And I told them in the meeting that we would not have an answer till at the earliest January the 8th. So nuts and bolts of it is, we did file for a hardship, which gives us 10% of our water meter fees. That is consumption of water billed for 2024, which was $232,000. They get 10% is what we owe for the hardship. Lack of doing anything, they'll move it and charge us. So this is about the only route we have since the water line is in the state right of way. So I just I'm gonna make a motion that we fund our portion of the project, not to exceed $23,000.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
All right.
Motion will carry.
Maybe just clarify that we did go try and do other avenues to get out of.
We said, can we do it ourselves if it was cheaper, if it was gonna be $100? Why am I giving the state 23,000? We'd have to get an engineering study, which would probably eat up half of the, yeah.
And
Um,
county basically was like, not our problem.
and don't quote me on this, Felicia, I think it's state law, we have to move it.
I mean, if we don't move it, they're gonna move it for us.
And
It's
then-
in their right of way, so.
Send us the bill.
Construction.
Yeah.
Hit it and you have to do emergency.
Okay.
fix.
So it
Yeah.
has to be moved. Nick, I think we added 2 valves to the plan, I believe. Shut off valves we don't have currently. Is that correct?
They have to design it, but that was our preferred method, was to install
Yeah.
2 new valves.
And they did agree to that.
So the design of that, it was gonna be included into the design of that
Yes.
project, so that cost would
Yes.
come to you, so.
So,
And it will not go over that. So like if they run into issues, we are at that price.
If it comes in lower, then you only pay up to that, and then after that, you won't pay.
I highly doubt
It's construction, it's gonna be.
that's what I'm guessing. So I have a meeting tomorrow with that NDOT crew to give them the answer, so we should be good there.
All right, so that motion did carry 5-0 on that. And is that all you got on that?
That's all I got.
Okay, Chris, bond approvals.
Yes, I need you guys to approve my bond for next year. Or I can take it to the recorder's office.
Do we need a motion on that?
We had one last time.
Yeah, I would probably just do it because it doesn't hurt anything to.
Louis?
I'll make a motion to approve, what are we calling the? It's the 2026 bond.
Second,
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Hey, we in favor over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it just for Chris or? is it-
Randy's is already done. We don't.
Okay.
That motion's gonna carry 5-0.
Cause I can take that to next tomorrow.
Anything else on that, Chris?
Nope.
Okay, old business, moving along. Paula. Grant updates.
The contract that was signed expires the end of this month. I didn't know if you want to extend it or if Dave and Chris are comfortable with handling the rest of the grant.
What grant?
I
Well, there's the answer.
personally want to keep you,
the project.
through the wastewater project and the grinder building. Those are 2 big ones that we need to get grants on to get those completed. And that building has to go and we need to do something with that. So I would make a motion to extend her 6 months and then reevaluate in July. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All
Sorry, who's
opposed?
second?
Lewis.
Who made the motion? Okay, Julie. Sorry, I missed it.
So let me do that vote again. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And that's gonna carry 5-0. So we'll extend you 6 months and then see where you're at with the grants and if you even want to do it again, if you want to stay on and we still need you to help with the grants, but yeah, those are two big ones that need to happen.
Well, since we brought up Griner, I assume, and I was always taught never assume, so I'm gonna say it. The company come and, thought there was underground storage tanks. We all tried to tell them there's no underground storage tanks, but they brought the company in and lo and behold, there's no underground storage tanks.
Good, so we can move forward with
So
all this.
we are good. The
Good.
building is, everything's been taken care of. So the next step would be, we can go for a CDBG, which is administered by Okra. A blight clearance where they would come in, take that building down and put like,
Grass.
so grass, yes. Those grants, I cannot tell you if it's a 10% or a 20% match. The grants go up to 500,000. The, Stephen Ray feels like at this building that it would probably, come in at around 150,000 to demo and get that like you want it. You will need an engineering study, which I kind of figured.
And is that included in the grant? Can that be, no?
Is this grant, can you do multiple projects with one grant? As an example, 150,000, water tower, 300,000. That's still less than 500. So if we went for the 500,
Alas,
could we get both
I
eyesores fixed?
get them on that.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if we got that grant and it's within the budget, would we be able to get both those eyesores fixed? Whether it's taking that down and hauling it or sandblasting it and repainting it, whatever it is we're gonna do with it.
Yes, I would find that out. And I personally would say that you probably, if you guys want to move forward with this, maybe Alicia can answer this. I don't know if being a municipality, if we legally can just hire a company to demo that.
You would have to, well, it would depend on how much it is, but if it's over 150,000, you would have to do bids.
So if it's under 150,
If it's under 150,000, you can do an invitation for quotes and you can request quotes from 3 different companies and then you can pick whichever one you want and you wouldn't have to do a formal bid process. However, Okra may have requirements that make you do a formal bid process regardless of the statute.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think Okra will make us do a formal bid. I was just, when we bought that, I can't remember what year, a few back, we had 3 or 4 quotes on demoing the building prior to, the state finding out that we owned the building. And the quotes at that time come in, now this was just demo, not reseeding or anything. They come in, the best I can remember, around 60 or 70,000. Which that's a lot of money to come up with. So it's up to you. I would suggest if you want to go for this blight clearance, that we would have Stephen come talk to the board next meeting in February. I know you don't want to.
No, it's not that. It's just, February's gonna be busy with closing out one Okra. I don't think you want to start in on, because once he gets going, it's
You're
go.
right.
So I would suggest March would be the earliest.
Okay. Proposals, I think, go in April. They haven't released the calendar yet. And the grants will be due in June, so March would work.
That would give us time to,
Okay. If you want, I can set up that he would come and that way we can, like the Main Street grant. I could recall, I don't know where you're at on that. I don't know if this would interfere with that, but that's a question we might want to ask.
Wouldn't think so, because the Main Street grant's more about
It's not
beautifying.
commercial.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, it's not?
and it's more about beautifying
Then we have
Business and
fine.
I
stuff.
can't think of it right now.
I thought it was.
Northern
Gilbert.
Indiana.
I don't, it's not money, that's not money to the town, that's money to business owners.
Yeah, yeah. It's got a lot of acronyms. I don't remember what they all are at the top. Yeah.
Okay, well, can you
Okay,
get
so
that guy
that-
here in March?
Yes,
Then?
I'll have him here for the March meeting. Okay, next thing, the recycling, the grant for cameras at recycling, we were awarded that. I've got all the paperwork printed off, ready to,
Was that a match grant or?
yes, we, oh, was it a 10%? I forget, 10%, I think, but I'll look and let you know.
HSIP,
Yeah,
90-10 usually.
yeah. Now, last time we got the grant for the cement, the county paid our match.
Well,
What?
and maybe we need to go back to them because we know Frankfurt just closed their recycling in town. And so
Well,
Dave knows that's a sore subject with me.
They're rethinking that right now.
So I just have to wonder how much more.
Well, I can tell you because I'm in and out of the community and I have heard the buzz around about all that. And I would go to the commissioners and ask for the money. What's the worst they can tell you? No.
Yeah.
I also would make it known that if you have to start emptying that trailer another time, they need to come up with that money.
Yep.
I don't think the town of Mulberry should have to fund anything for a countywide
Yeah.
ride. That's just my opinion.
And I'm fine going.
I mean, I think we're being very generous by our guys I know they have to spend time cleaning up out there.
Oh, yeah, because I had to call one day because there was glass everywhere.
So there you go. That's Mulberry paying for that. So I would ask the county to help out, but, now the other problem is I'm not sure that the Wi-Fi is working at the wastewater treatment.
Probably got
Yeah.
cut for construction.
So, but we do have a time frame on this, so I will make sure we stay within the guidelines of what needs to happen. Do you want me to ask the commissioners or will one of you go to them?
I mean, I'll go with you if you want to do it that way. Just let me know when you're going. Happy to go.
I'm at their waste management meeting
I think the 20th is our next
on that council.
scheduled meeting.
Okay, if you're available, we'll go to that one. I'll call and get us on the agenda. Okay, then the final, I had applied for the police radio grant. Jason and I talked yesterday, or maybe Monday, I don't know. It all runs together when you're done. But, and nobody had heard anything, so I contacted them and, asked them when we're gonna hear yes, no, whatever. And they got back with Jason, sent him an email very quickly. And that money comes from FEMA. So we don't know. We'll hear when we hear.
Basically, well, it was one sentence.
Yeah,
Said, this is a IDHS and it'll come from FEMA and we don't know when it's gonna occur.
so at least we know we weren't a no,
Right.
but we don't know yet, so. Okay, one last thing. The SIA grant, which we have received before, we're now eligible to apply again. Is there, anything that you want?
Yes.
Okay,
She's already got it spent.
I would like to replace the handicap swing at the park. I have had a family reach out to me directly about that, and they are always in our community, great people, and and it's not just the one family that could utilize that, but
no,
I would love to do that.
okay. I will work on it.
How much money does that Grant Worth.
That grant goes from 1,500 to 15,000.
Well, I'd like to get the locks taken off the doorknobs on the bathrooms.
You get electronic.
And no, just get deadbolts for the inside. That way, when Nick unlocks it, the only way it's locked is from the outside with a key or from the inside with somebody actually in there. That way somebody can't push the button on the doorknob, lock the door behind them, and then all the people at the park are
Will they,
not being able to use the restroom.
can
Like
we
some
roll
deadbolts.
cameras into that?
No. Cameras on the bathroom?
No, what for the,
Oh, you're talking about for the grant. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like put cameras on it. Like, no,
The camera would be very easy to roll because you can.
I didn't know what she was talking
use
about. I was talking
that
about
as
bathrooms.
monitoring that window.
yes, because that swing got
Okay.
destroyed before, so.
So what I'll have to have though is a quote, and I
Okay.
don't know, so if you can get me a quote for the cameras and the swing,
Can
then
you
I
put
will.
that swing in the area of the merry-go-round? If you
Well,
put
it's
the camera
already
on it,
got,
Just-
yeah, yeah, there's already a frame there for it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we had some kiddos that chose to use it inappropriately, so
Probably the same ones that did the merry-go-round 3
Probably.
times in a row.
Things
probably.
that take now. It's not gonna happen.
So yeah, I will work on the swing. I know we had quotes on the cameras at one point, so I guess we probably just need to get those refreshed because I think they
Yeah.
were pretty old,
Yeah, I think so.
so.
Okay. That's all I have.
Heck,
So start off with water. We got IDEM sanitary inspection that happens every 3 years, and that's gonna be tomorrow at the water tower in the park, and I got most of the stuff together, just a few things to tie up in the morning, and then should be ready for it. Then I have the decision for the main relocation. Got that worked out. Move on to wastewater, the phase 2, where we'll be actually starting the new SBRs and operating off of those. That's gonna be happening here soon. And we're gonna start phase 2, which is gonna be shutting down our aeration and converting them to clarifiers and clarifier to UV. Everything seems like it's still going as planned, even though that deadline's coming quick. So, sounds like tomorrow we're gonna be doing the Main Street lift station test or transfer over to the new pumps so we can make sure everything's gonna be starting to work. So
Okay,
talked to Bill today.
the 12th is the power transfer, so that's gotta be good. Good.
Sounds like he's on a roll with that. Also, we'll move on to park. I'll be getting the medal for the softball shed this month. And still waiting on, and I know we know what we're gonna do with that spring rocker, but just waiting on get approval for that this year and get that new spring toy put in. And also this year, gonna be looking at new quotes for the Gator or utility vehicle. About it for that. Miscellaneous, I got Colin here to talk about the asset management that we need to get done that the state's requiring us to get for the water side. And basically what it is they just need all of our infrastructure, the ages, our maintenance plans. A lot of in detail stuff that they need. But I've kind of got some of the stuff together, but I need help making it engineer-like by
Yeah. So the House passed a House bill and it's 1459, which is requiring water and wastewater utilities to submit a report to IURC, which if you want to know what IURC stands for, it's Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission. So it's requiring municipalities to submit this by July 1 of 26. And the first phase is reporting, submitting a report of what you have. Luckily, we got most of it into GIS already, but we will need a confirmed location, and then we'll have to, the one kicker is you gotta find age, life, condition, what type of pipe, which we think we know all that, but it's, a lot of collecting data and then submitting it into a report.
What's the bill number?
1459. And the first, there's like a couple 4-year cycles of reporting. The first phase is basically collecting your data, condition, life, and then there'll be another phase of implementation plan, maintenance plan, and all that as well. So that will be like the next phase of it. And that would be for your water and sewer. This is just for your water because your wastewater just got done recently, so that should suffice.
You need to do anything with the wastewater to submit it, or is it just the updated
I think
plan?
we got it in a good format. So I think our plan is to submit it and then let them tell us if there's something that we need to adjust on that one. I mean, you've already paid for it, so it's like, we don't want to do it again,
Yeah,
so.
and the funding for this House bill is coming from,
Nowhere.
Yeah, yeah. And then this is gonna require for you to actually get funding from other grant sources.
Of
You'll have
course.
to have this, and it's like almost like a PASER. It's a prereq to get funding.
gonna keep that wheel spinning, don't we?
Yeah, so it's just, you gotta spend money to get money kind of thing, which is unfortunate. This isn't, did you give him a copy of this yet, or I have a copy of it? So this is, well, pass this around here, but this is an hourly not to exceed, and after looking through what we have at GIS, I do not anticipate
I was
needing
gonna say, cause we
this.
mapped a lot of
We
that.
did map it. We've also found that some of the things are still not correct or not. So we'll probably have to do a quality control check on that. And then the big thing though is just estimating the lifespan and how long some of that infrastructure, we may not even know how long it's been in the ground, it's just best guess.
I mean, that engineering, you just, or they say, hey, it's 100 years old if you don't know.
Yes.
They just kind of do your best judgment of,
I got a good sheet. All the ages on it and stuff.
so we'll work with Nick and
Yeah.
get all the data and then we'll help. And there's a report that you have to submit. It's probably some good light reading.
Will that price also help update our GIS, or is that?
We could probably, anything we see that's missing or needs to add, then yeah, we'll add that in
Okay.
as we go. So,
Okay.
yes.
Will you?
But I don't think there'll be too much of that. It might be some tweaking. And while we find this data, I think it'd be good to also put what we find and age and put it all into GIS as we go.
So Nick will have a
Yeah, he can.
running roadmap,
Yeah.
or yeah, I mean, if you have access to it, whoever.
He can do it or we can do it as we go.
All right, I'll make a motion that we allow BFNS to do the water asset management plan for town of Marbury not to exceed the $7,500.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The motion will carry 5-0. You need this signed.
You just give it back to him.
Okay.
It's not.
Nick, what else you got?
Uh,
And I didn't have you on my agenda, but I'll get to you after him. If you got more for us. Sorry.
No, don't worry.
So I was thinking, we have some things coming up that we might be low on with manpower. So I was wondering if we can approve maybe a temporary part-time till we get our guy back, or part-time. I'm kind of scared to go part-time because I don't want it
You
to
got
be.
Don.
Yeah, but
So have three.
we got him to be the fourth guy. So now we'll be back to 3.
And what kind of time frame are you planning on being out?
Well, if when I go see the doctor, the nurse, to schedule all this stuff, it's February 3rd. And I might be out to at least 9 weeks.
So, but it's not scheduled yet.
The operation is scheduled, but I gotta go through all the other steps.
So, okay, so when is,
February 26th is the day I get my knee replaced.
okay.
And, maybe temporary part-time, maybe PRN would have been a better.
I would let you do PRN for with a approval with like big stuff, like we get a big snowstorm coming in, you guys know you're gonna be busy. Water main break, something like that, we could probably do PRN, but I don't see the need to. We've had 3 since I've been on the board and
Well,
we've still got 3.
It is part-time currently,
Correct.
yeah. So I mean, if you did do PRN, it wouldn't have to be more part-time. If
No,
you're
it
actually
shouldn't be.
replacing what he,
But I don't think we need to, I don't think we need to have somebody in here like to basically take over Ed's schedule. I just think big stuff comes up and he needs help, then he can make a phone call and get some PRN help in here. Help alleviate the cost for us
So we'll
anyways.
still have him calling and Dawn as we're.
Cause he'll still have him calling and Dawn.
what would that process look like? Just, hey, I'm busy, I'm gonna call him, or?
Yeah, I mean, I would say call a commissioner or a board member and say, I need to get some PRN help because I had this happen. Or we got this storm coming in, or, whatever.
Do we have pool employees?
Randy will still help.
Okay.
Bring Harry out of retirement.
You need to acknowledge. You need to look up at this.
He says, it's cold, I'm not going out.
It would be, if we could still post, even though it's just a PRN, that would probably help also fill that pool area.
Yeah, I mean, you can always add people to the PRN and if they're just in there. I mean, they'll never get called, but they're still there.
It'll be faster than me trying to find people, so. Works out great. If not, then
And the type of PRN work you're looking for is like help
Just-
with plowing, mowing.
Most time it's just
yeah,
mowing.
maybe
and-
shoveling and salting and
Yeah.
stuff, since how it's gonna be a new person. But yeah, just mainly labor stuff, cleaning,
Like
helping
labor,
around with
like labor
yeah.
duties.
But either way, like I said, we need to get people in there anyway. So,
Then you get your supplies list.
supplies list.
Do we have to approve this? Cause he has his own budget.
It was December though. Wasn't it?
Honestly, I didn't know if I need to or not, so I just did it.
Well, I know the battery for the bucket truck was December, cause that's when you bailed on me with all the
Yeah.
engineers and
All this stuff was used in December.
You can approve it, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I mean,
that's why I figured the list was for what he,
yeah,
and then starting January 1, he has his line item budget that he can pull from
Right.
for the materials.
so we need somebody give me a motion on the.
I'll make the motion that we approve the supplies list for the amount of $1,350.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That'll carry 5-0. Okay. Nick, you got anything else before I move on?
Nope, just a question on this, so. If I find things I need to purchase,
You got a budget?
so I still have the $100. The budget. I just wanna make sure I ask for the right approvals, if that makes
Does
sense.
he need approval for
He
anything?
has a budget, but now he also.
I don't wanna
has the
be like,
board
oh,
to
hey,
do to
and then
spend
go
the
spend
budget.
it.
Yeah, I need to piggyback because my understanding was we got a budget and just need to, if you spend it and you come up toward the end of the year, you got an answer for it. There is no,
That's my opinion, yeah.
I'm good with that.
I mean, I would say like, don't go spending $5,000 or $10,000 on something
Well,
without.
there's still a requirement.
Yeah,
If
we still have
something breaks the cap, you have to get quotes and everything.
What's the cap on quotes?
I was
And-
thinking it was.
It was 10, but I
I
thought,
was thinking it was 10.
yeah, it was 10.
It used to be lower, then we increased it to 10 and then we said,
Can we just make a motion for 2026 and these guys say anything $7,000 or less, they don't need board approval as long as it's within their budget?
Yeah, you can do that.
Sounds like you just did that.
There you go. There's a motion.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
And I mean, if Nick's not comfortable, he's like, I know if I spend this, I won't have enough money to get to the end of the year.
Then don't spend it.
I would definitely give it to council. Well, if it's something he has to.
Yeah, I mean, if prices go up and you're like, hey, when I gave you the budget last year, it was because gas was $3 a gallon and now it's $6 a gallon, like we're gonna have, like, obviously the board's gonna be sympathetic to that.
We
But
just
in
bought
that-
Venezuela, so gas is going down.
But if you, you go out and buy a new gator and blow your whole budget on your gator and then come back to me for more money, I'm saying you should have got a cheaper gator. So it's kind of where I'm at with it. Good? Do you understand that? You have more questions on it?
I knew that's where it was going, but yeah. So
We previously had a policy that we gave to the employees and they signed off on it and you guys signed off on it. Would you like something in writing so that he has
Yes.
clear guidance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've also redone the budget differently though. Like before it was just, we looked at Paula, said, do we have money? And she's like, yeah, I can make an appropriation here or do this or do
Right.
that. Now we've actually lined out their budgets with line items
Right.
and they have X amount of money they can spend on
Sure.
certain things.
So what I'll do is I will just do a policy that basically provides that they each have a budget, that if it's within their budget and it's under $7,000, they don't need to request approval from the board. If it's outside of their budget or it's over $7,000, then they do need to
Correct.
request approval from the board.
And
That way we can make sure we're good on everything.
if you have something big and you have to fix it and you know it's gonna kill your budget, don't kill it and then come to us later.
I'd rather you come to
Lucas,
us and maybe we could figure out a way to get money
Yeah.
from somewhere else to.
Yep, loop us in right away so we know what's coming instead of the,
yeah,
So-
that was my other
yes.
worry was like, I know I got a budget, but then she got a utility budget as well. So I want to make sure that if I spend something and you guys feel like it should have probably came out of that budget rather than mine, then I don't want to eat up my budget unintentionally. if
And then
makes
have
sense.
that,
When it
I
could
see
have-
what you're saying.
when maybe it should have been something else where,
Well, that's where you'll have to work with the town clerk to make sure you guys are on apples and apples. So,
Okay. Colin?
Yep.
What'd you have for us? Anything?
Nope.
Oh, okay, just here to say. Colin.
this is, why do I need an engineering study to tear something down? It's gonna come down no matter what.
What are you tearing down?
That brick building over there, 1-story brick building, flat roof. Got all
It's a,
kinds of,
It's a structural engineer study, it sounds like. I'm not sure why we don't do structures. Unless it's a water tower,
it just doesn't, I'm curious.
yeah, unless there's like an environmental assessment or something like that.
Done that,
Yeah,
we're,
that's all finished.
everything's
All we're
done.
doing, we're literally, all we're doing is taking the building down.
Yeah. Taking a backhoe and knocking it to the ground. I
We
mean,
just we're knocking down Oxford's old elementary school. There,
Just knock
we
it
didn't
down.
do a study or
I
anything.
think that, was that a grant?
That was through a grant, yeah.
See, I don't know if it's just a grant requirement,
That's what I'm
but it
thinking.
doesn't make sense.
But what kind of
See,
grant
that
is it?
was my
Okra.
okra.
I think they're using Okra too. Didn't you?
I will
Better
verify.
be careful what you say then.
We did an engineering study.
Hey, remember? Next name.
I don't know. I'll have to.
We'll find out when I said.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be able to talk with me. Just when you say engineering study, I'm thinking you're building
Well-
something, not,
What they study.
I can.
Unless they're
Maybe.
studying how to take it down without
That's probably,
causing harm
Yes,
to
that is
surrounding
probably
buildings or
exactly.
Might be
something
more
like
about
that.
construction engineering.
I-
Like-
I mean, are there buildings? There's
Yeah.
buildings next to it,
Yellow
right?
house.
So
yeah.
maybe the engineering study is how to appropriately take it down so it doesn't cause harm to the house.
How to implode it
surrounding.
instead of explode it.
Let me,
I don't know.
well, I can ask our project manager over there and see.
see what, yeah. I mean, I could see a school building,
Uh,
yeah, several stories up, coming down might need some, but a single story block
We've
building,
had so many studies, the environmental.
That's the only one I can really think of, the environmental.
Yeah, and that's already done.
that was,
Usually the biggest
that was
hurdle.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice thought.
I don't know.
Jason?
The statistics and so forth that are normally presented are in the BPN. I don't have any notes other than I just wanted to go over, first year kind of accomplishments, since I've been here. So just a little over a year I've been here. Property room's been completed. Tasers, the Taser 7 that we've owned for a few years, I finally got trained on that and carrying, the radio that I don't have it, but Steve's got it right now, that actually works. The one that she's trying to get 2 more, so we don't have to share. There's a doorbell camera on the front of the department that's helped immensely. That we talked about cameras throughout the town, police department, town hall, and park, all accessible and viewable. And I've had to assist sheriff's department on some cases and reviewing those things after hours. So that's been immensely helpful. The whole town got new computers. Workout rooms was completed over at the police department, revamped and organized, and actually have an IT room where all of our electronic equipment is. Some things that myself and deputies participated in: National Night Out, the South Fork Roast, Halloween and church, the church and Halloween patrol. Hired a guy, premise files were updated. Finally, statistics, general statistics for the year, 380 calls of service and 12 arrest citations. So, in my opinion, quite a bit of stuff was done in 1 year.
You've done a great job. I
Yep.
appreciate you guys, and I've noticed a lot more visible to the community, so very much appreciated.
That's all I have.
Chris,
I don't have anything. We already did my mom.
okay, Randy,
The only thing I got is we paid a company to do some work in here and we decided not to do it with the wall. And we've never recovered any of that money back or work. I thought we'd go have put some electric outlets in here.
yeah, I don't know. Was there some kind of, would you say, grace period on that too, or we're outside of that now?
I will try and work on it some more and see what I can still do, but it was on, what year was that, Paula?
24,
Yeah.
right at the beginning of 24 is right after we took office.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Okay. Lindsay will look into it. She knows the person, so if we can't get it figured out. What you got, Lindsay?
I'm thinking,
Might be fun. Dave,
Just a little update, wastewater treatment plant force main appear to be on track. We'll be caught breaking the weather, so that helped us a bunch. It should be doing electrical, hopefully January 12th, full electrical switchover for the lift stations. That should get us on track to satisfy the Oakwood timeline in February, which was it's a pretty big deal for us.
Yeah.
Randy sent out an email about mail delivery on West Street. I contacted the superintendent, Bill Marsh. He was going to work with the mail carrier or post office or somebody to get the mail, or at least to get them down the road.
Several of us are not getting mail.
Okay. I do know that one day when we were up there, for the county drainage project, she actually stopped on 38 and the guy let her come through. And that's when they were doing the electrical stuff. It did not dawn on me at that point that it would.
Yeah, she just went down like 2 or 3 houses and turned around and went back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't get anything, let me know and I'll contact Bill to see what. I know I don't think she can hand the mail to him to take, but they can let her down one side, then they'll have to go back around and come back the other side.
Well, it's not necessarily they can't get down there. They're blocking the mailboxes. She can't get to the
Can't physically get to it. Well, then they
Their
can,
trucks and stuff
and they
parked
need to
right
park
there.
their trucks
I think
elsewhere.
that's what Bill was saying. He would take care of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just let me know, Harry.
I'll let you know.
Computer upgrades. I haven't heard any more from Probite.
we approved it in December, so we're just waiting on.
He's waiting on but like I said, I haven't heard anything this year. He was gonna get training sessions with all of us, get us, set up on the computers, get familiar with the new system. But I will follow up, I guess, tomorrow or by the end of the week to see where he's at with that.
Sounds good. Lewis,
Your training.
That was one of the things I had on there was computers, IT and email addresses. The biggest thing is, can we get access to the VPN before the next meeting? Like that,
I'll have him work.
that's what we got to get him involved with. I mean,
Yeah, That's,
They're supposed to be going to a cloud-based thing,
The
right?
VPN's like my biggest concern, like,
It's the VPNs, it's gonna go away. We're going to a cloud-based
yeah, so the
server.
server will be set. So
whatever it is, if we can get access to the files.
As soon as they do the update, we will.
that's what I was saying. I thought we would, the last thing he said with me was he got the approval for the web designs. That guy got everything done. He wanted some type of contract signed that said we would pay for that gentleman's services. We did that. And the last email I received from Charlie or text was, I just need to set up time to convert this over and then training sessions with everybody on how to use the system. So
And then, every year in, I think it's January, the different towns, the clerks and, council members meet to vote a representative to the APC and everything.
Yep.
I haven't heard, do we know when that is this
Is that the
year?
one that's held in Rossville?
Yeah,
It's the 29th.
of January?
We haven't gotten any information.
Yeah.
Did you get the information on that?
I just got one and it was only sent to like 4 or 5 of us, other clerk treasurers. I mean, I can get the
You
email.
know what time
forwarded.
it is?
Yeah, that needs to be. forwarded to
I
all
do
of us.
believe it's at 6 PM.
It should be 6:30.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's in Rossville again.
Yes, it is at Rossville again. I do have a copy of the agenda in there that when she sent the email, she attached it. I can also get to you guys. I'll look for that email and then I can just forward it to you so that way you.
I'll make sure I'm there. I'm sure Andy will too. So that we can put him back on the recycling board. Keep the county honest with our recycling program.
that's one of those meetings. If you don't show up, you get on something.
Yeah.
Why
I
you
will
want
not
to do
be-
it?
I will not be able to attend and I do not volunteer to go on any board.
That sounds like a volunteer to me.
Being over there, it sounds like a volunteer right there.
Uh-huh.
All right. Mr. Clark, you had something for us, right, with the ADA stuff?
Sorry, we thought the meeting was at 7.
Nope. We're gonna get you, we were just finishing up, but we'll go ahead and circle back to you. So,
Okay, yeah, do you want me to stand up or?
yeah, if you don't mind, just,
No problem.
he's,
The ADA.
ADA. He's got a proposal for us to come and help us get ADA compliant.
Okay.
So we just wanted to come, obviously we were talking to Colin and he'd asked us to come in and first of all, introduce ourselves, which is what we did at the last meeting. And just come basically offer our services to you guys as far as your ADA. What do you have? What don't you have? How can we help? We haven't put any type of a proposal together because we don't know what you have currently. For us to be able to put something together, because there's a broad range of everything that we do, and every county, every city, every municipality that we deal with is at some different level. We have some that we've just picked up that have absolutely nothing. And we have some that are just saying, help us get through the next phase of what's going on. So from there, do you guys have a transition plan?
No, well, we don't have anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Colin is correcting us.
Yeah,
Something.
you guys have one that I think we put together
Yeah.
with
And
Yeah.
Ming and Paula and
I think-
I.
I think that was a question last month too, though. Is it,
And I bailed
is
on
it one that can get, refreshed? Cause there's a deadline to submit it, right?
Well, the deadline was 35 years ago. Every year, there's something new that you have to be sending to the state.
Yeah.
And dealing with Tiffany Keys on a regular basis. She keeps us up to date on what she's looking for from us. Now, the one thing that you guys do need to have is it's by, if I remember correctly, it's by the 1st of June or the end of June. That if you don't have something in, and if you're applying for CMG money, you're not gonna, they will not even look
You
at
gotta
it.
have something submitted in before you submit your applications to the
Yes.
CMG, so you can check that box and say. that
So
you've
that you-
updated ADA.
And you can't just say, oh, here's what we need to do. You can't give you a letter saying, here, we're gonna do this so you can apply for your CCMG, because they're gonna say, where's the rest of your stuff? So there's a
Yeah.
process that you go through to get everything to them on what you have.
And you gotta submit it to, Taffany Keys is the ADA be all for NDOT. And she needs to have
So would it,
physical copies.
would it be more beneficial for us to have you come in and go through stuff and figure out what?
That would be the start, let's sit down with Ms. Smith here
Yeah.
and say, what do you have? And we can start going through it, and then we can come back to you and say, this is what we're looking at. We just picked up date. But Dayton is saying, we're gonna do this one step at a time.
Sure.
You know, so, and which is perfectly fine, because some places say, okay, we can afford to give you hypothetically $100,000 for the whole entire year. Other places say, we can give you $15,000 and help us get to the next, see what we have and get us to the next step. So I think that before we say anything about anything like that, let's sit down, go through everything that you currently have, what they've already put together, what it's going to take to get that up to date. Because part of this is, and I don't know where you guys are, but part of this is a living document, is what they say. And that is, these are the things that we know are not correct. And you've got up to 20 years to make those corrections from the time that you start your transition plan. And when you initially send that to them. So I know you guys have done a lot with your sidewalk program in town, and doing all that with BFNS. So where are we at on all that? What other things do you have in the community? When I was here the last time, it's like, you can't use this as your only access door for people to come to the meeting, but you can put something on your website that says, if you have a disability, you need to let us know in advance and we can get you in the other door. No different than if you're hearing impaired, if you're visually impaired, it's the same way. They have to, if you put that on your website or you put that in any of your documentation, you're giving yourself that 48 hours to come up with your plan. Now, our program is to help you have that plan in place. One of the big things that we're seeing now is the sign language interpreters. You
So-
watch anything on TV with the federal government, there's always somebody on the side doing sign language.
Is there a cost associated with you coming in and sitting down with Chris and starting that first
No.
step?
We'll come in and sit down with her. We'll spend, a couple hours to see what you have at no cost at all. And we'll come back to you to say, here's what you have. Give you an a la carte to say, you can do, these are the things you need to do, or say, here's a full program of, if we were to come in and say, this is over the next 2 years, because as Colin knows, part of our job is this. We work ourselves out of a job, because our job is to give you everything that you need and train somebody on staff to take it over and run with it from that point. Because the first 2 years is the biggest thing that you deal with as far as a time crunch and getting everything in place. Once the 2 years is up and you have somebody that we're working with, they know and understand it, and then we move on to the next. That's always our goal. So we're always looking for new customers, because the ones that we're taking care of have got up to speed. We can go through the list: Frankfurt, Clinton County, Tipton, Otterman, Oxford, Plainfield, Plainfield, Martinsville. So you start looking at all these places. Those are the ones that we're currently working with, getting everything up to speed.
We're currently in the process of having our website redesigned. I don't know if that's a great spot to start with ADA compliance while it's there, because there's a lot that needs done there.
I'm glad you said that, because Indiana government, but Indiana government right now is, and this is part of that program where you have to have your documents in by the first of June or the end of June to be able to apply for your CCMG stuff. It is basically right now about your website. And now the state is also.
April 2027, you have to have the website compliant with ADA.
Right, for small, if it goes by the number of employees that you have, and you guys fall into small, so it's April of 2027. With that being said, what you have to understand, the state is now pretty much mandating who you go with to put your websites together.
Yeah, you have to have
An ADA.
well, it's not an ADA. There's the ADA piece, but then you also have to have a .gov website.
Right.
So you have to do it through certain companies that will get you that .gov website. You can't do like a .com or a .org
So
anymore.
it sounds like the best thing is for you to meet with Chris, kind of decide where we're at and what we need to do, and then bring us back some information next month, and then we can get started on it.
So the meeting is starting at 6 o'clock.
6, yeah.
Okay, because the website says 7.
Yeah, we need to update that.
That's where we got it.
It's a good start, right?
That's a good start.
I'm happy to sit in or help Chris
Yeah.
or Tim or both with what we've done. I mean, that's just part of what we do. I'm not going to spread you guys anything. I'm happy to show them what we've done, and if you want me to, I can give them a copy of what we've done so he can kind of look at it before he meets.
Okay.
That would
We'll
help
put you
anyway.
back on the agenda for next month.
If you could, that would be great.
Yep. Chris, you can do that, correct?
It's six.
Yeah, we gotta make sure.
Now, I want to ask you another question while I'm here, which is not relevant to ADA. If that's all right. I mean, I don't know if you want to wait till
No, go ahead.
public comment. So have you guys ever thought about putting a Verizon tower up in town?
There actually is one going up now.
Okay, because we just negotiated one with the town of Otterburn. And over 30 years, Otterburn's gonna get almost $300,000 from the cell tower company.
We are not getting any money from it. It's going on private land.
And to learn, I was gonna say, we would help get through that process.
There's always AT&T.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were joking.
Yeah.
Like, we got Verizon or something?
We'll get in touch with you. I don't remember if I gave these out last time, but
Thank you.
like I said, we're just,
Thanks, Kate.
we have a post office box, but I actually live
Thank you.
next to Deer Track Golf Course, so. I don't live on Deer Track Golf Course. I have to tell people that all the time. I live next to Deer Track Golf Course, so we're that far away, which is nice that we can come in and, you know, at any point in time, if something comes
Sure.
up, you know, buzz in real quick and help you out, and because you're the one that's gonna be the biggest. So with that, the last thing I'll say with all this with the ADA is you will need to appoint somebody as your ADA coordinator. So at some point in the very near future, you need to do that. We've been appointed the ADA coordinator for some of these other municipalities till we get them through the process, which is gonna help. You know, there's no, that's built into our cost if we were to do something, but understand that if you wanted us to be your ADA coordinator temporarily, we'd be more than happy to do that, that you put it on the website. So
Okay.
we would answer, you know, we would get the phone calls, we'd let her know what phone calls we get. And then, you know, hold the whole grievance procedures and all that kind of stuff. So,
Cool.
thank you very much.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, going back, Alicia.
I don't have anything.
Okay, then we go to public comment. Yep, can you stand, please?
Do I need to, last time you guys had me sit up.
Just
here.
stand, you're fine.
You're far enough forward. It was because you're all the way in the back.
Oh,
We had to
okay.
come forward. So yeah, you're fine there.
Yeah, so I'm just dreading this. I've just been dreading this for a month, so I'm sorry to sour, I guess, the mood, but, there was some things said about me at the November meeting that were false, and I just want to correct the record of that. Did you get my letter, Lewis? I know it was, do you have anything to say before I start talking?
With as far as the letter,
Yeah, so I guess I should preface that I wasn't present at the November meeting. And Mr. Wheeler had said some things about me that were not true. And so I saw the recording online. And so I sent an email, Lewis, to you on November 23rd, and there was no response from the email. So I sent a certified letter so that I can ensure that it reached somebody. And I hadn't heard anything back from that. So I would be happy to just read into the record the transcript of the last meeting and my email and my letter, if you want to do that. Or if you have anything you want to say before I do that, I guess.
I don't know how you want to do that. I can't respond personally. This is what 500 cease and desist letters look like.
Yeah.
Okay. And I talked to my lawyer and he said that it's absolutely crazy of me that it's a good way to get set up for a lawsuit. If someone's sending you cease and desist letters to then talk to them. So I need to be on the record, preferably, you know, on video. That way there's no AI interference to try to twist what's been said, because this is weird. You know, I've never had this before. You know, I did 4 years on Frankfurt City Council. Lots of people were frustrated about what happened. I never got letters threatening with me with $500,000 per infraction. I'm not like $30 million per infractions listed. And I don't know what to make of it, honestly.
So how about I just read, hopefully I can just, how about I just read what I sent into the record, and then maybe that would clear things up, and then we can
Sure.
discuss it, or so you're saying, well, we'll get to that soon. And my printer wasn't working at home and the library printer was out, so I had to bring my thing. Okay, so. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the transcript from the November meeting, starting at the 42:26 mark. I keep getting inundated with these emails from these sovereign citizen people, and an interjection from Chris, the jot forms, the jot forms. Yeah, so I was kind of wanting to if she had come tonight to express to Caitlin, like, because she's for this locally, I'm not going to go on the record, say I'm not going to go to any of the trainings or the meetings. I'm extremely sympathetic and I have great respect for all the research, and I hope I can convey a level of care. If there's a local meeting that our residents want to have, and it's, I don't want to be a series of meetings that I've got to commit to forever, but if it's held here in town by local, of course, I want to hear what's being said. But I don't intend to respond to the email or have to go to any of this stuff. So just so interjection from Lindsay, just on Saturday alone, what did you say? There was 58. Yeah, so each of us, and I have concerns. I know that when we've had some issues in the past, she's been very blunt with her thoughts, whether it was that Dave's a crook and, on the take, and that I have a problem with that. I sat with it and I thought about it and I felt like it was disrespectful and unfair. I personally feel like everybody on the board has the best interest of Mulberry at heart. And Dave, the last 18 years, like, I don't know where we would be if I hadn't been for your service. And I think pretty much the only thing you want out of it is a satisfaction of having served your community well. I don't think there's anything else. So I didn't appreciate it when we had that meeting and it was kind of ugly, but it feels kind of harassing. And so I just wanted to go on public record and say I'm sympathetic. There's actual people here in town that are going to hold a meeting and invite me. I'll go at least one time to hear that side of it. I struggle because if you have just a small group of people that have complete truth and everyone else has a lie, that's how you start cults. That's how you, I don't want to say it, but it's recorded and I'll say it and I'll stand by it. It's kind of delusional. And so although I have great respect and care and all that, I feel like if I spent my whole life being told the grass was green and now I'm being told it's red, I would feel gaslit to a major level. So all that to say, I'm happy to hear from citizens, but I have no intentions of going to Indianapolis or going virtually, listening to this. And some of these people that are running it, I voted against because I didn't agree with their stance anyway. So when I listened to them, when they ran against Genda or ran against Braun and whatever, I voted against them. So anyhow, I won't be laboring any longer. So that's just kind of what was said. And so I just want to read my email because I don't want anybody to think I sent some crappy email. I said, hello, Lewis. I'd like to schedule an appointment to meet with you cordially to discuss remarks from the November 5th, 2025 Mulberry Town Council meeting. I'm available evenings beginning at 6:30 p.m. or anytime on Thursday and Fridays. Let me know what date might work for you. Sincerely, Caitlin. So that was the email I sent after I saw the video. I didn't get a response from that email. So then I sent a letter. Hello, Mr. Wheeler. On November 23rd, 2025, I sent you an email enclosed for reference, which I just read, asking to privately discuss your remarks made at the November 5th, 2025 Town Council meeting. I've not received a response at the date of this mailing. However, I understand this was the week of Thanksgiving, and I want to be gracious to consider that you may have been out of town. However, since I have no way of knowing if the email is being ignored or if you haven't checked your inbox this week, I've written this letter to ensure contact. I really wish to settle this matter privately and peacefully. Below is a chart of the statements that you made at the town council meeting. The left side of the chart shows your remarks with the timestamps from the YouTube recording. The right side column shows the truth and the facts. I've also enclosed the transcript from YouTube, which is what I just read. So basically what I did is on one side, I just put the transcripts, and then on the other side, I just put my remarks, like as a rebuttal, for lack of a word, that I don't concur with the statement. So at the 42:26 minute marker, I keep getting inundated with these emails from these sovereign citizen people. So I said, I don't identify with the sovereign citizen movement. I think it's a hoax. However, the Supreme Court has repeatedly stated that the people are sovereign over government. I asked a question: can government relabel my status to a sovereign citizen to deny protection of rights? 43:24 minute marker. I don't intend to respond when I get those emails. From one of the people, he's violating the people's right of redress of grievances, Article 1, Section 31 of Indiana's Constitution. This is a breach of the that the government swears to. 4352, she's been very blunt with her thoughts, whether it's Dave's a crook, on the take. Never called Dave a crook or on the take. I don't believe that I have ever used these phrases to describe anyone, as they are not terms in my vocabulary. And Dave, if you feel like I've ever insinuated that, I apologize. And I want to say I have never thought, nor do believe that Dave has ever received money or like backhand deals. I actually didn't know what the term on the take meant. I had to go ask a family member, so I know I never said that. 4426, but this feels kind of harassing, so I wanted to go on public record to say I'm sympathetic. Signing an electronic notice to send to my elected representative is not harassment. Exercising a constitutionally protected right to redress a grievance and petition, Article 1, Section 31. The date of this letter, none of my grievances have been redressed. All notices and affidavit have been ignored. 4449. I struggle because, if you have just a small group of people that have complete truth and everyone else has a lie, this is how you start cults. I'm not starting or attempting to start a cult. I'm attempting to point my government back to the text of the Constitution, of which they swore an oath to. Constitutions and Supreme Court rulings are the only documents used to make educational notices. Everyone in government agrees to protect and defend the Constitution, the supreme law of the land. It is not my opinion or crazy antics from a friend group. It's text of Constitution, and not up for debate on its truthness. 4409, I'll say it and stand by it. It's kind of delusional. So the Merriam-Webster Dictionary of delusional is a false idea or belief. So I'm not delusional. What has been stated in the notices and affidavit, it's not my opinion or my beliefs. And so again, I'm simply pointing my government back to the text of the Constitution, of which they swore to uphold, and attempting to get a redress of grievances. 4539, and some of these people that are running it, I voted against because I didn't agree with their stance anyway. So when I listened to them, when they ran against Genda or Braun or whatever, I voted against them. I think you might just have been mistaken, but nobody running this or in this or whatever has ever ran against Mark Genda or Governor Braun.
Richard Bagby.
Yeah, I think he's maybe come one time, but I don't know, I've never met Richard.
The invitation email that you sent us said Richard Bagby.
Come on in before.
Yeah, they said there's lots of interesting people. Richard Bagby, the lady that ran for governor from Fort Wayne against Mike Braun. What is her name?
I think I know who you're talking about. Jamie something.
Yeah, Jamie right now.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so some people pop in from time to time and stuff.
Yeah,
But
that was one of the selling points in the email was like, hey, these people you mentioned, you name drop those names.
okay, that's fair enough. Okay. So then to close up the letter, these are serious statements that you've made about me, Mr. Wheeler. The issue is that you sat in a recorded public town council meeting in your official capacity as my elected representatives, made false statements which violated my right to reputation, and then you used my name while doing so as the time marker 4238. This meeting, which contains your false statements, is now archived on YouTube, which can be viewed by anyone at any time forever. I believe you're a man of integrity, and I would like this matter made right. Therefore, my demand of remedy is the next Mulberry Town Council meeting that you make a public apology and please correct your statements. This is reasonable, simple, and I'll consider the matter forever settled, and I'm not going to pursue it. All I want is a correction to the record and my name cleared from these awful false statements. Thank you for your attention to this serious matter, Caitlin Reno. So I think too, you guys might falsely believe that I'm coordinating these things or something like that. So my name, if a notice or something was sent, my name's on one thing. I'm not sending 500 things, not harassing you guys.
What
I just,
our name on that list?
it's on your.
No, but who started it? How did they know to put my email address on there to get those?
So
I didn't give it to them.
okay, so everybody's email is public record,
Sure.
probably on the website.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying.
I didn't enlist to get those emails. What gave them the thought? Hey, send Lewis these emails.
So again, this is where I would love to, because I know I invited you to kind of come and learn this, and that's just been I think I don't know what the word is, the uphill battle, I guess, of trying to teach some of this is because, like you said, you were on city council and nothing like this has ever happened, or you've never, I understand this is foreign. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I understand that type of communication is foreign to government. And that's where I really wanted to try to have conversation and educate and stuff. And so I invited you guys and stuff.
It's foreign for 200 years. The government's operated that way. I mean, I'm not frustrated or mad. I just don't understand why I'm getting all these. The one thing that annoyed me, I said it then, I say it now, and the entire town saw it at the town meeting. We had questions about the Verizon cell phone tower. Different people asked them, and then you started this line of questioning where you told Dave, I've heard that you were part of bringing them here, and that you had whoever it was, someone that you were a friend with, that you did this like inside trading deal. And
I didn't say that. So what I said at that meeting is, I don't know if Dave brought it here. I didn't know that. What happened is when all that happened, I had a phone call with Joey, and he said that somebody on the town council had known about it prior. And so at the park meeting, I said, could that person please come forward? And Dave said, yeah, it was me, and that you were lifelong friends with the property owner and stuff. But no way did I insinuate that he was getting money from this.
It's not recorded, so it won't be able to go back and replay it. My recollection of it though was like, how is this right? How is that not wrong? Why are you guys doing this? And I think you may have asked Dave to recuse himself or something similar to the fact. I don't know. We can't go back and replay it. But I took issue with it, yeah, because every one of these people, I don't believe that any of them put their name out there and said, I'm in this for myself, or I don't want to help the community. I'm protecting personal interest of my own.
I didn't think I said that either. I've never said that. I think that most people that run for like local, like, small government or county or something, I think that they actually have hearts that they want to serve the community. I think in a lot of ways that I just think learning this and learning constitutions and common law, and we are a common law nation. I've realized, like, my eyes are open to how off track government at every single level is, you know what I mean? And so, for whatever reason, this has been put on my heart. But all I wanted to do for my public comment was just say my piece and say my side. You would still be welcomed. This isn't like anything to come and learn and see that this isn't some crazy whatever sovereign citizen is. I'm not sure, but that's not what it is. The sovereign citizen I only see online arguing with police officers and things like that. You know what I mean? It's literally just people in our state coming together to learn and read the constitutions and learn common law and learn the history of our founding and things like that. And so when you start to learn these things and you learn that really as a society and as a culture, we haven't been educated very well on our rights, our right to petition, our right to get redress, and what those words actually mean. You kind of just see how off track, things are, and the mentality of government, and everything. So that's all I wanted to say. I pray for you guys and everybody in government every day. I don't have any type of like ill will. I just I don't concur with what was said. And so that is my correction, I suppose.
Sure.
So thank you.
Any other public comment? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned.